One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. On the run, it's Callow. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Callow. Nice move. Creates some space. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Back down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The give from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Makes the grab. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Ducks have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. With the run on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the move, it's Callow. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working that left side. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Floating away. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Ducks are on the move. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's... And he runs it in for the... They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab on the left. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Under fire. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll throw on third down. He's got it on the run. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him.
And he waltzes, goes upstairs. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
It's so hard to play QB. You got all these bullets flying at you, people coming at you, and you got to know where they're running a route. Oh, and I got to get my feet perfectly set and try to make throws. So I think you can't be great at quarterback unless you get the first part secure first, and that's your feet. Get those feet nice and quiet before you throw the...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Bring in the heat. And he'll finish looking for a crease. It's Callow. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by
at the 19.
the Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
First and 10.
They'll start this third quarter with a run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to move.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Power football with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
And this drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown! They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying.
Turning it on. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Really nice run there. And you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise.
He wants to take the top off. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Callow. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal coming up. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Now the pitch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking to buy time. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end. Great place to start for this offense.
Fly trumpet! Fly trumpet!
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
22, water.
The give on the inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's go!
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown! The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.